the discovery. Tiny is the name, disturbing London is the company. This is the discovery. Everything.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Chicago and the famed Aragon Ballroom for our main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see.
Coming out of London, David the Haymaker Haye. His adversary, by way of Brooklyn, Iron Mike Tyson.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Nice block by Mike Tyson. He missed with that headshot.
That's okay, let it go.
Well,
let it go.
it is what we have in front of us. What is this, one of those where you warn our viewers, don't go get a sandwich?
Oh, just don't go to the refrigerator. If anything, you're not going to have time to get back.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Tyson's showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Teddy, you just look at the physical stature of these two guys, and it's clear to see one fighter is much stronger than the other. But if you're the fighter who's not as strong, you still got to go out there and win the fight. How do you do it?
Well, first of all, you yell at your manager for making this fight. And then the second thing you do is you make sure that you have good shoes on, good track shoes, and you use them.
Well timed by Mike Tyson. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
And now they're trading blows. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Digging in with a left to the gut. Red-hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library. Watching Hammer and Hank, the great Henry Armstrong. Never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
It appears that Mike Tyson has weathered that storm.
Yeah, you're right, Joe, he has. But my question is, what about the damage that the storm did? Does that start to show itself? In other words, does Tyson get a little tentative now?
And that does it for this round. Tyson's plan is clearly to go upstairs against his opponent, and to do so, he's staying out of that danger zone, Teddy. How would you attack that?
Well, first of all, you need to move your head. Take that height advantage away. You know, slip to either side a little bit, and all of a sudden, get inside that jab.
How you doing? You okay? Now I need to use your feet. Move around the ring. You got that? Okay, now let's go.
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that got tagged hard in the last round seems as fresh as could be.
Well, when you push a fighter, when you push a human being to a dark place, that's when you're going to find out what's bright inside of them, what's great inside of them. And he's responding just that way.
David Haye with those quick hands for such a big man. That's a damaging power punch upstairs. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
David Haye's nailed by a huge uppercut. Oh, veteran move. He didn't see that left hand. Big shot comes crashing home. He goes down for the first time. up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Good exchange. He fires back. Good job on the two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. David Haye's hurt by a superb hook to the head. And a sharp hook by David Haye. That's a good, solid uppercut by David Haye. Very nice work by the Englishman. David Haye's fatigue is starting to play a major factor in this fight now. He is having trouble landing any of these punches.
Yeah, and it's not because his opponent all of a sudden is a great defensive whiz. You know, he's not Claude Rains. He didn't all of a sudden become the invisible man. It's just that he's not landing because he's thrown him from too far away, as you said, very tired.
And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. And we come to the end of the round. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. David Haye's cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
You're good. You all right? You okay?
How quickly can he recover? That's one of the questions that'll be answered early on in this round after being knocked down in that last round.
But what he has to do is go out there, be defensive-minded. I think get a little time early on. Don't worry about winning or pressing the first part of the round. Just get himself together, then start picking it up after that.
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Oh, what a power punch he was able to land there.
Joe, that's what you call setting up a trap. Not a mouse trap, but a punch trap. Step back a little bit, invited him in, bang.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Zones in on that overhand right. Defense easily turns into offense. Blocks a blow, sends an uppercut. Tyson's doing a beautiful job here early on of counterpunching.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for him later on. You know, we talk about body work paying off for you down the road, like investing, putting money in the bank. Well, counterpunching pays off too because your opponent becomes a little tentative, and then down the stretch, he's not busy enough.
A crushing two-punch combo by Mike Tyson.
More head movement.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Up top with the right hand. Good biting, snapping shot by David Haye.
Pace yourself.
Good old-fashioned 1-2 by David Haye. Nice work. Brings the hook that time. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Mike Tyson.
Come on. This is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta move your hands.
Mike Tyson's enjoying a big lead here, up 3-0 on Teddy's scorecard, but even more important than that, he's already gotten to his man.
Yeah, he's hurt him in the body. Once he hurt him in the body, he froze upstairs, was able to go there.
Good way to protect the midsection. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. David Haye's thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So, as you said, those punches, you know, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
Halfway through round number 4. Tyson's doing well, sticking to a game plan on the outside. Iron Mike with an iron right. David Hayes missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found.
Gotta protect yourself.
Tyson's able to land a good, solid left hand. Nicely timed 1-2. David Hayes' punch didn't come close.
Stay away from those. Come on.
This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say no.
Wow! This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down. That's a good job by David Hayes, just showing some guts getting up after that knockdown. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Carries that punch intended for the head. Big shot he just scored with. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
Tyson's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. And now he's targeting upstairs. And there he counters back against his opponent. And yet another big shot comes in. Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The ref is stopping this fight. Mike Tyson's bombs away worked again. Knockout victory for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockouts, your winner, Mike Tyson!
And that's exactly why he packs the stands. This fight is over. Boy, you gotta love a power puncher when he's on his game.
Yeah, and you have to love a finisher. He knew how to end it. He knew which punches to choose at the right time.
That does it from ringside. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us.